Hello, Star Bears! I am back after a 2-week hiatus where, honestly, I just was too tired to do anything, to think, to channel. I had some inner work and healing to do and was just really tired. I don't know if it's this retrograde or the full moon or maybe a combination of that and lots of other things. But anyway, we're back again for another Messages from Spirit for those who feel drawn to this message at this time and for whom it resonates. It could also resonate a month or two from now, or it just might not be your story at this time, but perhaps the next video will be. For more information about this video and including the decks that I use or other content that I have, check the information box below. And if you like this message, please like, share, and subscribe. And you can also hit the bell, which will give you notifications for more videos that I make. All right, let's get started here. So, general message to the collective. We have surrender. I can release my need to control. Yes, this is a recurring issue right now. Surrendering control, surrendering the need to know answers, surrendering the need to know outcomes, the need to know the future, the need to understand certain things when you haven't gotten closure, when some things are confusing. There's a lot of that going on right now. And sometimes answers are just not forthcoming. Sometimes we just won't know things for a time. In many cases, divine timing is at play. And when that's the case, you most definitely need to surrender. Let's see what else we can get. From the Moonology deck, we have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. New moons are a time of new beginnings, clean slate, leaving behind what you don't need and moving forward into a new beginning, a new chapter, a new project, or just a new week, a new day. Figuring out what you want to keep and what you want to leave behind. Also evaluating what you are putting into a situation, whether you are putting enough in or not enough, or someone else in your life. Evaluating all of those things. And we have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So we have the new moon energy, which is starting fresh. And then we have this full moon energy, which is the ending. Making the evaluation of what to leave behind, what to take with you as you move forward. But this is also an encouraging card because it means that something in your life that has not been resolved for a while will be reaching a resolution. It's interesting because here I was talking about surrender and releasing the need to control. So this is just an encouragement that whatever it is you don't know the outcome of, or you maybe don't have the answer to, or you don't have closure to, or there's a necessary conversation that hasn't taken place yet, this could be an encouragement that that will be happening soon or has already just happened. And we'll just dig a little bit deeper. We have soulmates. This one's come up a lot lately. This is card number 41, which reduces to 5, which interestingly is the number of conflict, necessary chaos in order to grow. So we have the male penguin with the key and the female with the keyhole, not gender specific. And we also have building blocks. This is a card of starting to build foundations towards a goal. Interestingly, 28 reduces to 10, which is completion, but this, however, implies that something is still in progress or just beginning. You're starting to place the important foundations, take the necessary steps towards a goal. So I'm going to just read what these cards mean. They're both in the upright. Soulmates. The essential meanings are harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. The Oracle's messages: you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. And of course, soulmates don't have to be romantic partners. I realize there's hearts all over the penguins here. But hearts, of course, can just mean love, and there's all kinds of love. And soulmates, there can be all kinds of soulmates as well. They can be platonic, they can be familial, they can be friends. A soulmate is basically somebody who, when you meet them, you feel like you've known them forever. There's a rapport, a connection, a sense of magnetism, a sense of connection that you can't quite explain because you just met that person. But you know you can trust them, you feel like you've known them before. And for those of you who believe in past lives, reincarnation, it could very well be someone you have had past lives with. And so that's where that sense of recognition comes from. It could also just be somebody who shares the same vibration as you. And so when they enter your life, that sort of heralds a time of them helping you grow. Perhaps saying things serendipitously at the right moment that either trigger you in a positive way, showing you something that you need to grow, an area that you need to grow in, challenging you, but supporting you most of all in your endeavors. Not all soulmates stay in your life forever, but some do. But some, whether or not it's forever, they definitely leave an impact. So that's enough about that card. Now we have building blocks. The essential meanings are strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. The Oracle's messages: you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. Okay, now we're going to do a spread that I kind of personalized as my own. I like to call it my Inukshuk spread because it kind of looks like that. It also looks like a person. It's my own personal extension of the Celtic cross. So it's going to involve, card 1 is the heart of the matter. Card 2 is going to be the obstacle. Card 3, which is one of the legs, is the external influences. Card number 4 is what your wants and desires and hopes. Card number 5 at the top is going to be your internal influences, what you're thinking about it. Card number 6 is going to be the recent past. 7 is going to be the near future. And the bottom of the deck is going to be your subconscious influences or your higher self-awareness of the situation. And it's whatever you need to hear at this time. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards until I feel like I need to stop. Okay, so the heart of the matter is Ace of Earth, which is Ace of Pentacles. It's the materialization of something that you want. It's also a new opportunity, a new job, a new love, a new friendship, a new something that you can touch, taste, smell, see on the earth plane, in the 3D realm, something material. It can also be a new beginning. It's the energy of something new materializing, but also beginning to see the fruits of your labor, or the first signs of growth in something you've been working towards. So that is the heart of the matter. Now, what crosses that, or the obstacles of that, is Two of Fire, which is Two of Wands. 2 is the number of choice, making a decision. And in traditional tarot, it's a man looking off yonder over towards the sea. There's one wand that's attached to the wall beside him. The other one he's holding in his hand, which can symbolize the Ace of Wands. And wands symbolize passion, your desire. And he's also holding the earth in his hand, a globe in his hands, to signify deciding whether to stay or whether to go, where to put their energy, what their passions are, what do they want. But it's also the energy of waiting to make a decision, waiting to see what is the better choice. And I like this good tarot version of Two of Wands, Two of Fire, because giraffes symbolize foresight, having some sense of the future a little bit, having a higher, greater perspective, and making decisions based on that, not based on just the micro, your own individual experiences, but perhaps based on the more macro understanding of what would help others. If I make this decision, how would it help others in my life? How would it help my family? Perhaps not just how would it help myself. It can symbolize that. There's also this energy of waiting. So she sort of looks, she's definitely just waiting. So waiting to make a decision based on many factors. Deciding what to do. Hemming and hawing over what passion to pursue, what direction to go, what place to travel to. So this is in the position of the obstacle. So perhaps it's hard to make that decision. It's hard to decide what you want. Maybe there's a part of you that knows the answer will come and you're getting impatient. There is a little bit of an air of impatience in how this girl is depicted. Maybe that's where surrender comes in. You need to surrender and just be patient. Surrender your need to control when you make the decision. There certainly is a time right now in the world of not having a lot of certainty, not knowing what decisions to make. There are a lot of factors. A lot of people have lost their jobs or have been temporarily laid off. Traveling is iffy. This could even be a decision, this is Thanksgiving weekend. This could be a decision of, do I go visit my family, or is it too risky? Do I want to travel? Do I want to get on a plane? Do I want to get on a bus? Having to think about other people that are involved. Could be more long-term decision. Do I take that job? Maybe there's a new job opportunity, but it involves travel, and you're wondering, do I want to do that right now? So that's whatever is making it difficult to make that decision. That is the obstacle to actually manifesting something. There's something that you want to happen. You want to see it materialize, but it won't happen until you make that decision. But for some reason, it's very difficult for you to make that decision. That's what I'm getting so far. Now, for external influences, we have the High Priestess. And interestingly, you'll see this is a 2 as well. It is the energy of choice, but in the major arcana. And so again, we have choice being an external influence. So this could mean that the choice isn't entirely in your hands, or maybe it isn't at all in your hands. Maybe the obstacle is you're waiting for somebody else to decide what they want. You're waiting for somebody else to make that decision. And so that's why you're looking a little bit tired and impatient, because come on, make your decision already. You have all the Maybe the person seems to have all their ducks in a row, but they're still not making the decision. Or maybe you're just being impatient. I don't know. But it seems the external influence is not just the fact that somebody other than yourself has to make a decision, but the High Priestess also symbolizes mystery, the unknown, secrets, not talking. There's something that hasn't been communicated. So perhaps you're waiting for somebody to make a decision, but either they've made the decision and they haven't communicated it, or they're not communicating to you what's holding them back from making the decision. Hope this makes sense to someone, but this is what I'm getting so far. The High Priestess also is about intuition. But again, this is in the external influences position. So we'll just leave that for now, and we might get some clarity on that later. Your hopes and your desires are 2 of water, which is 2 of cups, which is partnership, soulmate. Here we go. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit more of the story here. So yeah, it can be a romantic partner. Typically it is, but it can also just mean partnership of some kind, like a work partnership. It can mean family, because cups represent emotions, love. So of course that can be not just romantic, but that is what that is. So that is what you want, something to do with partnership, but you are waiting. You're waiting. So something you want that has to do with partnership, coupling, romantic partnership, has not happened yet. Maybe you've expressed your feelings to the other person and you're waiting for their response. Again, I didn't mean for this to be a relationship reading. I guess this is the message that needs to go out to the collective, to whoever feels drawn to it. But yes, it seems that you have communicated your feelings to someone about wanting to be in partnership with them, or your desire to be in a business partnership, and it has not yet happened because you are waiting for them to respond and you have not communicated yet what they want. It seems like that's maybe what's going on. And if we use this as an indication of time, it will reach resolution soon. And this is a time when you need to evaluate what do you want to give, what do you want to take, how much longer do you want to wait for their answer, that kind of idea. Evaluating your own stance, since you have this sort of limbo time, this time of waiting. Now, for your internal influences, your thoughts towards what's going on here. So this is not to be confused with wants and desires, but the Emperor is the energy of controlling things. The Emperor embodies the energy of all 4 kings. So in the upright, the Emperor is a master of all the suits, master of emotions, of logic and thought and clarity and intelligence, also of passions and wants and knowing what he wants and knowing how to get it. He's an entrepreneur. He's an organizer. He's also a master of his emotions and how he feels. He's in control. And of course, in the reverse or in the antagonist position, he's kind of a control freak or a little bit too controlling, treats people like pawns in a chess game and just wants people to do his bidding and gets very angry when he doesn't get his way. But I'm thinking in this scenario, your thoughts towards this is that you want control. You want to be able to know how it's going to end. You want to know the outcome. You want to get it going. You're getting impatient. So this is probably where the surrender comes in. Releasing the need to control. And yes, this is the most controlling card in the deck, whether or not it's in the upright or reverse. If you think about an emperor, they rule empires. And sometimes they do that by conquering first. Conquering and ruling. getting their way. So perhaps you're getting a loving nudge or encouragement to let go of the need to control this situation and your impatience. Not everything can be controlled or planned. Some things you just need to wait them out. And if this is something that's really important to you, whatever it is, then it'll be worth waiting for. And you are doing yourself a disservice by trying to control it and having a firm hand on it. In the recent past, we have the Magician, which is number one, the energy of manifestation, but actually it's the thought, the awareness that thoughts are powerful and that what you think about, you can bring about, if of course it's divinely ordained. So it's the very first step in knowing what you want. So of course you know what you want. The problem is this other person does not. I know, it's frustrating. But also it's, perhaps in the past you tried to make it happen. You tried maybe by being a little bit pushy or forceful, putting a lot of energy into it more than the other person was. And it's interesting, I keep using this card as an explanation of, to depict the expansion of energy. Expansion, is that a word? We'll go with that. To depict how much energy you're putting into something and how much you're picking up from other people or how much you're getting from other people. It's the back and forth exchange of energy. And it should be balanced. It should be 50-50. But if you're putting more in than the other person, then there's an imbalance and it could become a toxic situation. So the Magician in a less positive position is one who's putting too much energy in the wrong places, or the energy is too scattered. So that could be where the Emperor is coming from in your thoughts. And perhaps where the impatience is coming from, this idea of, come on, I put so much work into it. I told them how I feel, or I told them my business plan, I showed them my proposal, I put the resumes out there, I made all the travel plans, I did all the legwork, I did the networking, I did this, I did that. So that could lead to this feeling of impatience of, why is nothing happening? Why has all this effort I've put into this not amounting to anything? Why has this person still not made their decision? Okay. In the near future, we have 3 of water, which is 3 of cups. And that's actually beautiful energy to appear at the end of this reading, because this is the energy of partnership, of friendship, of starting to build a foundation. And here we go with our foundation building. So it's looking like it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, because 3 of water is not necessarily romantic. It can be just friendship. It can be a circle of friends, a soul tribe, the beginnings of a work partnership. So it could just be that there's a desire for some kind of partnership, or just to get something started. Or maybe there already is a partnership, but you want to expand that partnership, and maybe the decision that you're waiting for has to do with that. Whatever this, I know this is very general, but if this resonates with you in any way, if there's a way that you want something to expand, or you want a circle of friends to grow, or a business to grow, or to gain a business partner, or a friendship, or even if it is about a personal relationship, there is forward movement. There is the beginnings of something happening. However, here is the subconscious energy, the higher self-awareness, and your higher self is basically the element of yourself that is more aware of what's going on. They exist in the 4D realm, the astral plane, for those of you who that makes sense to. Your higher self is your voice of reason, your intuition, sometimes, when it's not your guides and guardians or angels. Your higher self is sometimes your gut feeling. It's the voice you hear sometimes telling you, maybe that's not such a great idea. Don't forget your wallet. Did you turn the coffee off? Sometimes that's what they're doing. But in general, they are the version of yourself that is aware of the plan, the greater plan, and what's going on, the different dynamics, soul contracts, and your personal soul roadmap where you need to go. And so your subconscious awareness is messenger of earth, which is Knight of Pentacles, the slowest knight in the deck. So Pentacles are material things. It can mean money. It can mean literally things in the 3D plane. It can be opportunities. It can just be something that happens. An opportunity, a job, what have you. So it's a good card to get because it means something is coming. Something that you've been working towards, manifesting, praying for, wishing for, hoping for, asking for, talking to someone about. It means that it's coming, but slowly. Very, very slowly. And I like how in this deck, a lot of the earth suit people, the pentacles, they have antlers. And to me, antlers mean slow growth. But it also means it's sure. It's sure-footed. It's sure-rooted. It's grounded. It's not going anywhere. Once it's there, it's not going anywhere. And it's a sure thing. And it's the thing that's worth waiting for. So in the near future, there is something growing. And cups, water is cups, and cups are emotions, love, feelings. So in that sense, may not necessarily be about a business, but more about relationships. But it is about support and loyalty and soulmates. So this could be about finding your soul tribe. It could be about expanding your group of friends. Some kind of expansion. Having a circle of support. A group of like-minded people. It's the beginning of community forming. It can be celebrating a new beginning. Being with a group of people who share a common goal as you. So I see this as being a positive card, a positive near future. Do we need to clarify anything? Clarify the Three of Water. We have Ace of Swords. This is a wonderful card, especially in a situation where we talked about there being some mystery, some lack of clarity, some secrets or something you don't know. An Ace of Swords is clarity and finding out a truth, having an awareness of something that you didn't previously know. It's a gift from the universe, the Aces. It's also the introduction of a new large goal or challenge. It can also represent an awakening, an idea. It can represent destiny, fate, karma, what have you. So it would seem that a new opportunity is coming to you in the near future, and maybe even some clarity for things that remain unknown to you at this time. And clarify Two of Water, please, for wants, desires, hopes. Clarify Two of Water. Very interesting. So I clarified the Two of Water. We have the Empress. This is beautiful, wonderful energy. She is the manifester. She's the one who brings the energy forth into the world. So if the High Priestess is number 2, is the energy of decision-making, choices. And we talked about the Magician. Wow, this is very powerful, actually. We have 3 major arcana. 1, 2, 3. So if the Magician is the very beginnings of an idea, the primal originating force of something that you want to manifest. And then the High Priestess is deciding how to move forward with that idea, balancing options with using your intuition as a guide. 3 then is the initial manifestation of that idea, the birthing of that idea, of that project, of a human being. It's fertility, it's abundance. It's also very, very feminine, divine feminine energy. We also have divine counterpart. Look at that. We have the Emperor and the Empress. Wow, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Good grief, this is powerful. So there's definitely forward movement here. If you don't get anything else from this reading, there's definitely forward movement. I mean, come on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we also have divine counterpart here. The Empress and the Emperor obviously go together as a power couple, because while the Emperor is the embodiment of all 4 kings, the Empress is the embodiment of all 4 queens. So that they're both masters in their field. So again, whether this is a romantic partnership or a business partnership, there is a lot of potential if you work together with someone in some way. And also, this is what you want, is to manifest this. You want to build a foundation. Again, we're back to the building blocks. We keep coming back to that. You want growth. You want expansion. And really, we are in a time right now of destabilization and things collapsing and coming apart, so that we can rebuild, reevaluate, and then rebuild and make something bigger and better than what we had before. Hopefully that is the energy that is all around us, that is literally just charging everything. What you want is to bring forth into the world whatever it is you want to create. It could even be an idea, an invention, artwork, some kind of creation. We also got 3 of Pentacles reversed. So there's another 3. We got lots of 3s. 3, 3, 3. That is some divine numerology there. That is actually the number of manifestation, but it's tripled. So it's triply powerful. It is in reverse, however, which can mean, so in the upright, it's starting to become adept at your craft, at your job, at your work, but you're getting ready to move on to the next thing. You're almost feeling overqualified for the work that you're doing, and people are starting to notice your work, and maybe you're being offered a promotion. It can also mean not being paid enough for your work, not being appreciated for the work that you do. And certainly in the reverse, there is an element of restlessness, being ready to expand, feeling like you've outgrown wherever it is you are or who you used to be, and being ready to expand. That's what I get from this reversal. So that is what you want. These are 2 3s. You just want change. You want growth. You want that new beginning. And don't we all right now? So I'm going to close with some animal messages and then a final message from the Crystal Spirits deck. Let's see what the animals have to tell you. Change is coming. Change is coming. New beginnings are coming, but we have to surrender. We do have to surrender our need for control. And whatever your personal situation is, if this resonates in any way, we won't know all the answers right away. I can say from firsthand experience that I don't know all the answers to things that I would love to know the answers to. I'm just learning to roll with it. I'm learning to go with the flow, and I imagine many of us are in the same boat. Go with the flow, but start building. Even if it feels slow, even if it feels hopeless, even if there are unanswered questions. Just surrender your need for control, but keep building towards what it is you want. Answers are coming. And we got the camel. Trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. This is a great card because, of course, the camel carries with it water. It carries with it its own water source, so that it can endure long periods in the desert if there is no oasis nearby. You have what it takes to get through this period of uncertainty, this desert time. This is perfect imagery for this. I love it. You have what it takes. We also have links, discernment. Look beyond immediate appearances. What might seem impossible, what might seem like a dead end, what might seem like a failed effort or a rejection may not be. It's just that this is a time of secrets and mystery. This is a sort of a moon period where we won't know everything right now. A lot of things in the world don't make sense. But the moon card, I recognize this isn't the moon card, but it's very charged with moon energy. The moon card comes right before the sun card, which is clarity when everything is revealed. Okay? And so there's a period of, we are enshrouded in a period of confusion, mystery, not knowing the answers. But we can look beyond. We are being encouraged to discern and to use our intuition to discern situations and to see beyond. We have the chameleon. I love this. Stay in the background and adapt to the situation rather than being conspicuous and attempting to direct the course of events. Remember, we talked about the Emperor being the control freak, the most controlling card in the deck. So it's simmer down. Surrender your need for control. We all need to be doing that right now. I know it's a delicate balance between action, doing what needs to be done, and building foundations, but there's also surrender and rest, getting much needed rest. We have owl, omens, pay attention to signs. So as we are using our High Priestess energy, tapping into our intuition to discern and make decisions, as we wait in this period, as we're in this period of waiting and wanting so much to manifest our dreams and wants and desires and hopes, we are being given signs, even if it feels like we've been forgotten, even if it feels like prayers aren't being heard or answered. We are always being given signs like 333. Have any of you been seeing 111 or 1111 lately? 1234. The universe talks to us in multiple ways. Sometimes it's feathers. Sometimes a feather will come across your path, and believe me, have you ever tried looking for a feather? I have. It's rather hard to find them when you're looking. So if one appears in your path or at your doorstep, that is a sign. And we have rabbit, fertility. Your creativity is at a peak. And the Empress, where'd she go? The Empress is all about creativity. She's the divine feminine energy. She is the vessel that brings forth ideas, hopes, dreams, artwork, music, you name it. She brings it into reality. She births it. There's something you have to give the world, and you're being encouraged to keep working towards it, keep doing what needs to be done, to expand, to build on it. Maybe it's starting a new business. I know I've gone all over the place here. It's quite general message, but if you were to take anything from this, it would be that changes are afoot, new beginnings are coming. If doors have closed on you, others will open. If you're waiting for answers from a particular person, or a group of people, those answers are coming, or clarity is coming. Wow, we got Spirit Quartz, 54. And 5 and 4 reduces to 9, which is almost there, because 10 is completion. That's very encouraging. And the essential meanings are connecting to community. That would be the 3 of Cups here. Universal love, harmony, and cooperation, which would be the 2 of Cups energy here. And soulmates. We heal in partnership. The strong lifting up the weak, taking turns supporting each other when the crystal spirit appears. The message is to reach out and connect to your community and discover the true power of your gifts through sharing them with others. Your willingness to put the highest good ahead of the wants of your small self is called for now. Didn't I say that at the beginning? Making high-end decisions that take into account the greater needs of others, not just your own. That must have been channeled because I had no idea where this reading was going. But yeah, that's what the giraffe means and the 2 of Wands means, or at least in this particular reading. It's making decisions and taking into account the macro, the needs of others, as well as yourself. Reciprocity does not mean keeping a ledger, but instead feeling the power of offering kind words and acknowledgments. You have the power to change the lives of others and awaken them to the abundance and love available from the conscious universe who works through us all. Today, even the smallest outreach will make a big difference. This crystal's message is to remember your co-creative powers and open up to receiving the gifts you hope for. Oh, yes. The gifts that you hope for, which is the heart of the matter. The heart of the reading was Ace of Earth, which is the universal gift of a new opportunity or something becoming materialized or real in the 3D plane. That's what Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles is. Wow, and that is the heart of the matter. We've come right back, we've come full circle. That is what you want. It may also be reminding you that it is a great gift to allow someone the power of giving to you without expectation of reciprocity, for in doing so they experience their strength, abundance, and generosity. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting the reading from the book because, like, look at all these synchronicities. A time to give rather than take. I love these crystal cards because it always summarizes beautifully the reading in ways that I couldn't. I was kind of gathering loose threads the whole time, and here we are, we're getting the full message now. I should have just gone right to the crystal card. A time to give rather than to take, or to evaluate how much you want to give and how much you want to receive. Wow. Listen to your intuition today as you give and receive, connecting to community in a shared desire for healing and replenishment. Hello, intuition. There we go. Okay. Whew, we got there. There it is. There is the message. I hope this was helpful. If this resonated in any way, please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already done so. And please just don't give up. Don't lose hope. I know these are crazy times, but this is just an encouraging message that things are happening, things are changing, they're growing. It's just slow, but anything worth having is worth waiting for. Love and light to you. Or in the antagonist. Oh. Where did it go?